When archaeologists began to explore the ruins of temples in ancient Egypt, they discovered strange carvings on the walls. These carvings were part of a written language developed by the Egyptian people over 5,000 years ago. This writing was called hieroglyphics by the Greeks. In Greek, hiero means sacred or holy, and glyph means carving. To the ancient Egyptians, the hieroglyphics were sacred carvings. This is the Great Nile River. In ancient times, many animals could be found along the banks of this river. The Egyptian people used images of these animals to communicate ideas in their hieroglyphic writing. Each of the animals had specific qualities, and the picture of the animal became a symbol for these qualities. A symbol is a drawing or sign that stands for something else. All of these symbols stand for different words and sounds. Take the buffalo, for example. The African buffalo was known as an aggressive, dangerous animal, so it became a symbol for power. This is how Narmer, an ancient Egyptian king, is depicted on a ceremonial carving. Narmer is shown as a buffalo, crushing the walls of his enemy's city and trampling the enemy under his feet. The ibis used its long, curved bill to catch food in the deep mud cracks along the Nile River. Because this long beak looked like a pen, the Egyptians used this bird as a symbol for Thoth, the god of writing and knowledge. Vultures spread their wings to soak up the sun's heat. The open wings of the vulture became a symbol for protection, and the picture of the vulture entered the hieroglyphic language as the word Mut, which means mother. There are two main types of hieroglyphics. Like the vulture, some of the hieroglyphics were symbols for words. These hieroglyphics are called logograms. In Greek, logo means word and gram means sign. They were word signs. Other hieroglyphics became symbols for sounds. The lion was a symbol for the sound R. Hieroglyphics like these are called phonograms. In Greek, phono means sound and gram means sign. They were sound signs. The hieroglyphic writing contained both logograms and phonograms. That means some hieroglyphics stood for sounds and others stood for complete words. Painting and carving these pictures on stone took a lot of effort and time. But one great invention made writing much easier and faster: papyrus paper. In the swamps along the Nile River, papyrus plants flourished. Papyrus is a marsh reed with a thick stem and flowers at the top. It grows to about 10 to 15 feet high. Its stalks are filled with air chambers so that it floats and can be used to build canoes, like the ones these men are using. Just like the ancient Egyptians, these men gather papyrus plants. The men make as much noise as they can to scare away hippos and crocodiles that live in the swamp. In ancient Egypt, these reeds were flattened under pressure and woven together to make paper that could be written on. This paper, along with the use of ink, a mixture of soot and water, allowed people to write hieroglyphics much faster. During these ancient times, the meaning of the hieroglyphics were kept secret and were understood only by the scribes. In this way, the scribes kept power and knowledge for an elite few. Since that time, writing has evolved. Some written languages are still based on pictures. Others are based on sound. But they all serve the same purpose as this ancient writing: to communicate ideas.